Happy Sunday, everyone. Wanted to do something slightly different today with my day 6 of Countdown to Christmas. Thought you might be bored or sick of the sight of my ugly mug. So just going to do a voiceover today and show you a bit more of the back end of Homesearch. And I want to focus today on a little video on our reports. The reports are a massively used feature of Homesearch Pro, and there's so much benefit you can get out of it. I speak from experience myself from being an agent who utilized what these reports had to offer last year. Now, I'd say there's 3 points I'm going to cover in this quick video, which is the information in the reports, the brand awareness, and personalization. Those 3 points I think are massive to help you get the absolute most out of these reports. So I'm going to jump into it. So this is a report I have created earlier just to give an example of something. Now I've picked out this particular property because it is on a sort of new build estate or built in the last few years. So Google Street View isn't perhaps the most up to date in places. So what you can actually do with these reports, rather than just having no image whatsoever, or a really outdated Google Street View, because that's what Google's got, you can actually upload your own photos. So maybe you take a photo of a property, or you take a photo from somewhere else online, but that looks a lot better than not having any image there whatsoever. So it's going to really impress the client that you've got the image of their property, be it you've taken it yourself, or again you've got it online. Now on this report as well, what I see a lot of agents not do is really personalize it. So this one is going to say Homesearch on it. I work for Homesearch, but we've got the Homesearch logo. We've got the coral color of Homesearch here. So everywhere through the report, you can see the coral color of Homesearch, the Homesearch logo. There's the coral again, my photo, my number, and then my email address. So it's very, very personalized to you and your brand. So it's going to stand out and be more remarkable for the clients when they're receiving and reading this kind of information. Now, in terms of personalization on these reports as well, I quite often see nothing mentioned here. Now, you can put the client's name in a report, and I strongly recommend that that's something you spend 10 seconds doing, because a positive hormone gets released in your brain when you see your name, when you hear your name. So if it's pronounced correctly, it's spelled correctly, it's just those little marginal gains and brownie points which are going to help you along the way. When I was an agent, I used to think I'd be 1-0 up on an appointment if I went through someone's door and they'd left a report on the coffee table from a previous agent. There was no mention of their name or anything. So yeah, really quick point from me there. Make sure you put people's names, and that continues through as well onto the introduction. So make sure you say, "Dear Mr. Smith" as well, and personalize this as much as you want. If you've spoken about something specific, like the fact that you're playing golf this weekend, or you're going to football, or whatever it be, put something in there so that again they're going to remember that personalized conversation, and it shows that you actually listened as well. Now on this report as well about brand awareness and making it personalized to yourself, you can introduce yourself and the company as well. Now I went out on a lot of appointments last year. I'd emailed this report prior to it, and I wasn't actually building rapport with the client. They're actually doing it with me. So for example, I've put in here, I like to play golf in my spare time. I was going into a property and people were saying to me, "Where do you play golf? What's your handicap?" As opposed to me finding the golf clubs in the garage and thinking, there's a talking point I can have and show that I'm similar to the client. So again, make it personalized to yourself, make it personalized to them, and you'll find common ground, and it will help you build a rapport. Now, the last thing I'm going to cover off on is our summary page. Now, a lot of agents say to me, "Well, I don't really know what to do with a summary page." 2 things here. If you don't know what to do with it, just untick it and don't include it, because if you've got a summary page there and it's blank, and it looks like you forgot to fill it in. Again, the best agents that I've worked with over the last 9 months fill this in, and again, make it super personalized. So it goes back to that information is key and personalizing it to the client. So for example, this is something that I'd done with another agent the other day. So you could vary this up in a variety of different ways, but there's a few things, key points and things to consider, proximity of train stations, proximity of schools, shops, talk about the highest prices achieved on their street, what that means compared to the rest of their area, talk about any planning applications that you'd know about from Homesearch. So again, hopefully they're reading that and going, wow, Simon's really done his research. He really knows my property. He really knows my marketplace. It's increasing that trust and confidence. And the key thing there is you are showing yourself as the kind of authoritative attraction agent of your local marketplace. I do firmly believe it will help you increase your fees, increase your conversion rate, and in turn bring you more business, revenue, and profit. And that's all we want at the end of the day, isn't it? So thank you very much for watching and listening. If anyone wants to book in a call to go through these reports in more detail to make sure you're getting the absolute most out of them, I'd love to hear from you. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hope you're having a nice roast dinner, watching a few Christmas films, and relaxing, recharging before the week ahead. Take care, everyone, and I'll be back tomorrow with another installment.